A very good morning, guys. Yesterday, between 3:15 and 3:26, the Sensex did something absolutely uh, didn't expected. The equilibrium price sat frozen at 77,890, and the expiry straddle, which costed 422 rupees at open, melted to about 80 rupees. Every clock in the market said, "Quiet close, straddle sellers win again." And then, in the final 4 minutes, the auction moved almost 300 points. The indicative went from 77,859 to 78,143, and the settlement printed 78,080 right on the 78,000 battleground. The fireworks came 1 minute too late for anyone still holding premium. That is round 3 of closing auction session, and today's the story for it. This is the Tanmay Edge. You are listening to episode 103. I am Tanmay Kurtagoti. Let's go. So let me give you a full day first because the shape matters, guys. The Sensex opened at 78,112, which was basically the high, sold off to 77,666 by mid morning. And here is the first thing to note: 77,500, the support this podcast marked, was never touched. The low stopped 166 point above it. The index then climbed back through noon, chopped between 77,800 and 78,000 all afternoon, and walked into the closing auction near 77,890. Then the sequence I just described, frozen till 326, then the uncross swung roughly 284 points in 4 minutes, indicative 77,859 to 78,143, settled at 78,080, up 113 points for the day. Now, the part that nobody noticed yesterday. For the first time in 2 weeks, both magnets worked. The Sensex settled 80 points over 78,000 max pain. The Nifty closed at 24,396, 4 points from 24,400 max pain. After dipping to 24,311 intraday and getting pulled back to the pin by its own closing session. Two indices, two pins, same day. And here is the lesson to file. Max pain works when it stops moving. The Nifty's magnet slid 24,600, 24,500, and then 24,400 through the week, and the price fell with it. The follower, not support. The moment is stabilized at 24,400 for the second day. It has pinned. A sliding magnet changes, stable magnet holds up. Under the hood, if you look at the positioning turn properly heavy handed, and I read it usual way: pros first, then foreigners, then the crowd. The pros sold 63,000 puts yesterday, flipping their put book short. Understand what that means. Front week implied volatility has crushed to almost 8.59%, the cheapest reading of the entire 2 weeks. And this time, the smartest desk is selling the floor, the insurance at the pin, not buying volatility. That means they are willing to sell it at 9% as well. The crowd finally blinked. They covered 89,000 of their naked puts, down to 5.74 lakh to 4.86 lakh, and bought 47,000 calls instead. Pain teaches, and the foreigners quietly got their heaviest of the cycle, short 2.89 lakh calls, the biggest short so far. 1.69 lakh index futures short, also the cycle high. Long 4.74 lakh puts, and 13,538 crore pushed through index options yesterday alone. In cash, they sold 511 crores, while the locals bought 4,353 crore, the second big absorption in the last 3 days. Read it together. The crowd is lighting up. The pros are selling insurance and selling non directional spreads, and the foreigners are quietly building the biggest hedge book of the month while the locals keep writing the check. The new week Nifty max pain stands at 24,400, second day stable, and it is just pinned. Resistance is a ladder now: 24,500 with 1 crore calls, 24,600, 700, and and a monster 1.8 lakh calls at 24,800. After date after the day's biggest single ad of 52 lakhs and 1.31 crore capping at 25,000, support laddered below 24,300 with 78 lakh puts and 22 lakh added yesterday itself, then 24,200 and then 24,100. So the weekly straddle into the Tuesday costs about 205. Cheap again. Sound familiar? So it is the same trapdoor the market has walked over twice. So sectors have rotated for the fifth day. Yesterday it was defensives. Defensive up 1.6%, chemicals 1.3%, FMCG 0.8%, IT green, while banks went red after day after leading. Metals and cement sold. Indigo up 2.9%. NTPC, Bell, L&T, Hindustan Unilever all are up. ICICI and Titan down. 5 days, 5 different leaders. This is a market with conviction and not a lot of positioning. So, quick word on global markets as well. After the tailwind this morning, the US closed strong overnight. Nasdaq is up 0.8% and S&P is up 0.65%. US yields broke the 10-year at 4.64, and that is a risk on for uh, present. Korea, unbelievable. Kospi is up another 1% this morning. Its fifth straight melt up and a rally that is going on, roughly 13% for the week. The Nikkei is up 0.7% and only Hong Kong is red. Oil deflated, Brent is near 88 and an intraday look at 85 yesterday. The 90 trigger keeps backing away. Gold cooled at 43.69 off its record. The rupee is sore spot at 95.44, its weakest close, and Gift Nifty is at 24,426 as a record, 30 points over our close. A quiet start for the day. Our own book deserves a number. On a red day, the all cap was green again, and the alpha since rebalance has now widened 5 days in a row. 0.59, 0.85 to 1.01 to 0.99 to 1.26 yesterday. So benchmark is down 1.53% since the rebalance. So Monday is the rebalance day. The system rotates the book on 17th. 5 leaderships in 5 days is exactly the churn this machine eats. Full portfolio is available on rupeecase.com. Quick word on yesterday's call as well. I'll take a 4 on 5 uh, out of 5 on yesterday. Full scorecard is available on rupeecase.com. You can go and check it out. So, the map for today, the last session before the long weekend, expected a drift day with squaring, support 24,300 first, then 24,000 base, resistance 24,500, then 24,600. The magnet is at 24,400 is stable and it is just proved it works. So the base case is a pin drift around it into the weekend. Two things change the picture: banks picking a side and oil. And one housekeeping note, guys: Monday the all cap and the next Sensex auction round 4 comes next Thursday on 20th. Keep a risk small into the weekend. Holiday tapes are thin tapes. Have a great Friday, guys. One frozen equilibrium to watch for. This was the Karma Edge. If you found value in this, please share it with one trader friend who needs it right now. Subscribe on Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify, and listen it first on rupeecase.com. And leave it a rating, guys, if you want to add something to the same. Have a happy weekend. See you all once again on Monday.